we're talking a lot about applying to scholarships abroad and the amazing opportunities waiting for you when you apply. But there's a big elephant in the room, your SOP, statement of purpose. And you're thinking, where do I start from? Probably the last time you wrote anything that lengthy was in English composition class in primary school. Well, relax. I'm here to help you write a compelling statement of purpose in 5 easy steps. I'm Praise Mba, a media practitioner with SOL, Strategic Outsourcing Limited. Now, we are an HR firm and a primary employment agency with an enviable track record. We've recruited and managed thousands of staff across Nigeria, and we have a penchant for spotting talent. It's something we've done for almost 2 decades. So when it comes to crafting SOPs that would market you and strategically position you for selection, we've got you covered. I'll be sharing 5 easy steps on how you can write a compelling SOP. But first, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and follow Strategic Outsourcing Limited on all our social media platforms. So yeah, what are the flaws about statement of purpose and why is it so important? Before we get into that, it's important that I add here that there is a clear distinction between your personal statement and your statement of purpose. Now, for your personal statement, although that's not what we're talking about today, it's a story about your past experiences, your volunteer work, projects, and how all of those experiences have led you to where you are now, and that's applying to college. Now, this is mostly used for undergrad admission applications, used by the admissions office to figure out whether you fit into the student community or you fit into their school body. Now, your statement of purpose, on the other hand, which is the purpose of this video, is a bridge between your past experiences and the future, the future you want to build at the program, specifically the university you're applying to. Now, the SOP is used by the admissions office to decide whether you're a right fit for the program you're applying for. Don't forget, it's all about fit. That's what they want to see with the personal statement and your statement of purpose. So that being said, you can see that we're going to do a lot of thinking today. So before writing, you may want to list out all your experiences, your credentials, your awards, your certificates. Just make a very exhaustive list of the things that you've accomplished in the past because you're going to need them, but make sure that they're relatable to the program you're applying to. So now that you've done that, we can begin writing in 5 easy steps. But first of all, we're going to break it down into 5 paragraphs. Now, paragraph 1 is your introduction. You need to start with a compelling introduction because your introduction is your first shot. Here, you want to identify your purpose and make a clear articulation of your goals and your interest. To do this, you need to ask yourself some questions. Why do I want to do graduate studies? Why do I want to do my master's? Why do I want to study this course? Now, if it's a professional program, what are the skills and knowledge you hope to gain from this? If it's research-based, what are the research interests that you're hoping to pursue with the degree that you're getting? All those questions. Also, what do you want to do after you complete this program? Do you want to take up a job, set up a startup? Answer those questions and write them down. Now, for your second paragraph, you need to talk about your academic and technical achievement with concrete examples. Now, remember earlier I told you to write down all your achievements in a paper. Now, right here, you're going to need it because you need to talk about your past experiences. What kind of past experiences and achievements do you have? And how does it relate to this program? What skills do you hope to gain from this program? Your achievement tells the graduate school committee that you are fit for your program. You need to share relatable examples of the work you've done. The examples, maybe you've written a paper, you've written a report, and it's got published, or you were involved in a project that relates to the course you want to study. You were involved in a school development program, things like that. It helps to tell a compelling story and make your application more believable, which is the entire essence of your SOP. Now, the third thing, which is your third paragraph, you need to justify the reason for studying that program. Now, I personally think it's a really important paragraph. Of course, every other paragraph is important, but for me, I think this is the crux of your SOP because it speaks directly to the program, which is why you're writing an SOP in the first place. Now, here you're answering questions like, why do you want to study in that country? Why that particular university? You want to show that you've done your in-depth research into that college and you're interested in joining them. So also, what are your expectations from the program? How are you going to contribute to the program? Is there a particular research methodology that the school uses that you're really interested in? Or perhaps you've identified a particular professor because you've done your research, and during the course of that research, you've seen that professor and you're happy about the type of work that the professor does, and it's in line with what you want to do and what you also want to achieve with the program. You can go ahead and reference that professor and even contact him or her and ask that they endorse your SOP. Now, it shows that you mean business and you're genuinely interested in the program and ready to work hard. Now, finally, it's important that you connect your interest and work to the program and how the program will help you achieve your goals. Now, admission panels want to see that you understand how your goals and interests will contribute solutions, to the problem that you've identified. So you need to make sure that there's a link and it connects. Now, paragraph 4, discuss your short-term and long-term goals after graduation. Now you've talked about the programs, but now you need to talk about you and your goals. So what are your big dreams after this program? So you've gone ahead and gotten your medical degree. What are you going to do with it? Perhaps maybe you want to create a cure to a disease. You want to become an investigative journalist if you're in the media like I am. You want to go to a community and do a community development project for them, bring education to their rural community. Perhaps big things like that, big dreams. So just be ambitious. They want to see that you have goals. They want to see that you connect. And they want to see that when you're done with the program, you will be a student that they'll be proud to associate themselves with. They want to see you or see your work and be like, yeah, I did that. That's my student. Things like that. So here you go ahead and blow your trumpet. The paragraph 5, which is the 5th paragraph, is your conclusion. You want to make sure that you have a neat finish. What do I mean by neat finish? Here you want to thank the admission panel in anticipation. Summarize your high points once more, talk about the school, and don't forget to talk about the city. You can identify something very beautiful about the city, maybe the weather, their food, their culture. Just make sure that they know that you've done some in-depth research about them, about the city as well, and you're really eager and you're passionate and you're excited to be a part of their school, be a part of their country, be a part of their culture, to also be a part of the program as well. It makes you appear knowledgeable and hardworking. Now, let's do a quick recap of the things that we talked about. We talked about 5 paragraphs and 5 things. So the first thing is your introduction, your purpose, your compelling story. That's what you want to do there. The second paragraph, talk about your academic and technical achievements with concrete examples. Your past experiences is what you want to laud here. Your third paragraph, justify the reason why you're choosing that school and that program. It's your why. Your fourth paragraph, you want to discuss your short-term and long-term goals after graduation. That's you after the program. Here you want to blow your trumpet. And the 5th paragraph is your conclusion. Do not forget to talk about the school. Do not forget to talk about the city. All right, before we go, let's drop some additional tips that you also need when writing your SOP. Number 1, show off your personality. Now, the whole idea of your SOP is, to sell yourself, to sell your person, to sell who you are to the admissions officer. So make sure you show off your personality, be creative, be unique, but please do not go beyond the ambient of what you're writing, but still make sure that you stick to the process here. Now, the second point I'm going to do, we're going to call it a B, keep it simple. I know that you want to show off, you know English, you know grammar, you want to show off and all of that, but make sure you use less ambiguous words. Keep it simple, keep it exciting, but make sure you use less ambiguous words. Leave thesaurus somewhere and your Longman dictionary. Make sure you keep it relatable. Now, the third additional point is please avoid the pressure of trying to get someone to write for you. I know it can be very daunting, but getting someone to write for you takes away the entire essence of what your SOP is. It should be genuine, be authentic. And then the fourth thing you need to do, please proofread and proofread and proofread. Give it to your family members, maybe give it to your lecturer, give it to your professor, because there's some things that you may have missed that someone else would not miss. So make sure that you that you keep on proofreading and proofreading and proofreading. It can never be enough. Well, it can be enough, but make sure that you keep proofreading, free from grammatical errors and all of that. The final key point I want to share with you, please enjoy the process and start early. All right, so enjoy the process and start early. If you're thinking of applying, and the date of application is say in October, we're in March now, so the best time to start is now. That way you can give yourself 2 to 3 months and pace yourself. So no pressure, you keep writing, right? And also, Keep your personal information limited. Make sure you make it about the program and the school. Leave all those your family history. I know you want to say it, but make sure you talk about the program alone. All right, that's it from me. But don't forget, a compelling SOP is your one shot at landing your admission opportunity. For more tips on your admission goals, make sure you follow us on all our social media pages. Until next time, we're our Strategic Outsourcing Limited, and we are committed to shaping dreams and creating leaders.